Hey there, my friends. Today we're making epic savory waffles. And by epic, I mean they are stacked high with real cheddar cheese and crispy bacon. They're cheesy, they're crispy, they're golden hued. These babies are gonna make you happy. And if you love the look of these golden savory waffles, then smash that like button. We have some deliciousness going on here. This is what we call elevated comfort food around here. It's simple to make, but it tastes like pure joy. We're gonna get right to it. Step 1, we're mixing up our batter. In a large bowl, combine the flour, eggs, milk, baking powder, salt, and pepper. Give it a good whisk. You want to make sure that everything is nice and combined. I'm using a whisk today because I have a lot of air that I want to beat into this batter. If you don't have a whisk, just use a fork or even a spoon. That will work too. Now, you could use regular all-purpose flour for this recipe, but I really like to use cake flour when I make waffles. Cake flour has a little less gluten than all-purpose flour, so it tends to produce a lighter, fluffier texture. I think it gives these cheddar and bacon waffles an amazing light yet crispy texture. Now, the reason why I'm adding a little bit of extra egg today is because I want to make sure that these waffles are nice and fluffy. So, if you prefer thinner, crispier waffles, you can use just 2 eggs. But I like my waffles thick and fluffy and covered with cheese. So 3 eggs it is. I'll be sure to put the exact measurements for everything in the description below. As always, but feel free to play around with the seasoning and the amounts to suit your own preferences. And last but not least, this is the one ingredient that will take these waffles to the next level, and that is the milk. You may think that using whole milk will make these waffles extra rich and flavorful. Well, it will. But trust me when I say that using whole milk will also ensure that these waffles turn out super fluffy and moist. Yes, you could use low-fat milk or even skim milk if you want, but today I'm going with whole milk because I'm feeling indulgent. Step 2, we're adding the flavor. Let's go ahead and turn our attention to the shredded cheddar cheese and the crispy bacon bits that will soon be mixed into this batter. For the cheese, I'm using a firm-aged cheddar today because I love how sharp and intense its flavor is. Plus, it melts beautifully and adds a wonderful creamy texture to these waffles. However, you can use any type of cheddar that you like. The bacon I'm using today is thick-cut bacon. I love the way it gets crispy and chewy at the same time. It's not too thick, but it's definitely not paper-thin either. So it cooks quickly and evenly. Again, you can use whatever bacon you like. Just make sure that it's fully cooked, so we don't have to worry about cooking it anymore. The easiest way to cook bacon is to bake it in the oven. I like to score each strip of bacon with 2 or 3 light lines, so it cooks more evenly and quickly. Then place the bacon on a wire rack set over a baking sheet. Bake in a preheated oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes or until the bacon is nicely done. Once the bacon is out of the oven, give it a few moments to cool down before you start cutting. And you'll notice that the bacon will actually shrink a little bit, which makes cutting it much easier. Cut the bacon into small bits that are similar in size to the cheese. This will help them mix together more evenly. And once the bacon is all chopped up, add the crispy bacon bits and the shredded cheddar into the batter. Give it another quick stir until everything is well combined. Remember, we're going for maximum flavor here. The best part of this process is getting to taste the batter before it goes onto the hot waffle iron. I know, it's hard to wait, but trust me, it's worth it. This batter tastes absolutely incredible. By now, I'm already drooling over the deliciousness that's about to come out of the waffle iron. Step 3, we're hitting the waffle maker. Lightly spray your waffle maker with some non-stick spray. Plug in the waffle maker and let it heat up while we prepare the batter. Once the indicator light turns on and the waffle maker is nice and hot, we're ready to pour the batter onto the hot plates. For the best results, I recommend that you only make 1 batch of waffles at a time. Pour the batter into the center of the waffle maker, then close the lid. Now, the cooking time will vary depending on your waffle maker. Mine typically takes about 3 to 4 minutes. All you have to do is keep an eye on the waffles so they don't burn. When the waffles are almost done cooking, you'll begin to see that the edges of the waffles are becoming golden brown and crispy. You'll still need to check your waffle maker frequently because different waffle makers cook differently. You don't want to leave these waffles in too long or they might burn. Also, you'll want to cook the waffles just until they're golden brown and crispy. We want them to be fluffy on the inside. Now, whether you're cooking 1 batch or 2, don't forget to press the waffles with the spatula so they cook evenly. And here's a pro tip for you. If you want to get some of that melted cheese in between the waffles, you can take the hot waffles out of the waffle maker as soon as they are done cooking and gently pull them apart with the spatula. Then put them back in the waffle maker and finish cooking them until they are golden brown and crispy. This way you'll have some cheese oozing out between the waffles, which is insanely delicious. When the waffles are done, remove them from the waffle maker and stack them on a plate. While the waffles are still hot, it's easier to pull them apart and put the cheese in between them. And speaking of cheese, let's talk about these bad boys. Look at them go. Oh my gosh, these things are a sight to behold. The cheese is melting perfectly in between the waffles. This is exactly what we were hoping for. Aren't these things just a thing of beauty? Step 4. We're plating and serving. Once all the waffles are cooked through, you can serve them as they are or make them extra saucy like I did today. To serve them as they are, simply put the golden savory waffles on a plate and serve them warm with a pat of butter on top. These are great just as they are. However, if you're looking for something extra special, try serving them with sour cream and chives. Another topping that I love is mixing together some mayonnaise and mustard and spreading that on top. Either way you choose to serve them, these waffles are guaranteed to be a hit. I promise you that. And here's a fun idea for you. You can even top these waffles with extra crispy bacon pieces. This is a great way to use up any leftover bacon that you have. And if you're looking for something extra saucy, you can try dipping the waffles in some maple syrup or even ketchup. These golden savory waffles are so versatile and delicious that you can serve them for breakfast, brunch, lunch, or even dinner. And hey, don't forget to smash that like button if you love the look of these epic cheddar and bacon waffles. I'm the host, thanks for watching, and happy waffling!